Good evening, everybody from EPCOT. We are here to celebrate Festival of the Holidays. We are very excited for this event. We love this festival in particular. We just went to the event over at SeaWorld for their Christmas time, and it was actually really, really good. So I'm kind of hoping we are on the same page here at EPCOT. But either way, this is, again, one of our favorites for the year. It is chilly right now. I am in long sleeves. I have pants on. I have a hoodie in my backpack. I'm trying to hold off, but I think I might have to get it earlier than later. But let's go ahead and start with the first thing at festivals, and that's picking up the festival passport. Always up front here, you can go ahead, come over here to the festival passports and pick them up. I don't know what is all repeated this year and what is new. I'm hoping we have a number of new things. We'll have to look through it. It looks like they have Wish this year, that star. I recognize it. We have not seen it yet. Looks like a Yule log, some fun candy and gingerbread snacks there on the back. So we are going to head into World Showcase. We'll see if we could see any of the events that they do around in the different countries. However, because it's getting a little later, we did have work today, couldn't get here nice and early. I know we're gonna miss some of the shows, but maybe we could still see a few of them. Tonight has also been a pretty slow night so far from what we've seen in the app. I think the longest wait we saw, Nicole pointed out, was a 55 for Frozen?
I think it was 55 for Remy. I think Frozen was 45.
Wow, which is pretty low. However, it is a Jollywood night, so there is a chance that the crowds will be coming over throughout like the next 2 to 3 hours before the park does close. It's also open till 9:30. I think they've started to do that with party nights to kind of give EPCOT a little bit more time inside of the parks. So we see these walls here, and I believe these are coming down pretty soon. We have seen some semblance of the new Walt statue. I can see some lights up there. I don't know if you guys can see them over the top there, but there are some lights here, some like light rings. This should all be coming together. I don't know if this is everything on December 5th. As of now, from what I hear, December 5th is a go for Luminous, and basically I think like all the new revealing stuff. So I think they're revealing that Walt statue and everything. We have reservations. We'll be here to cover it. So that is why I'm saying right now, if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn that little bell notification on so you are informed anytime we release a new video. But that video will be dropping hopefully December 6th. As we are heading into World Showcase, this is different. So right here to our right here, and right here to the left, also monorail in the background. There are some booths here for some like merchandise, and I haven't seen these being utilized before. They're almost like sprung up in a sense, but they utilize them for, I think, like the painting during Festival of the Arts. But yeah, they have some merchandise up here. It looks like there's some ornaments. I was just passing by, but I just want to see what they have down here. You have like mushrooms, like a fantasy land, a deer.
Oh, look.
You have
Guardians.
Oh yeah, you have Guardians, you have like a little dog bowl. What's that on the end? Like a chill pill? Is that what that is? Some cakes. A little like sushi dish here for Hanukkah. Some like Starbucks. This is kind of fun. Oh, I guess, is this technically not Starbucks? Is this their version of it? Because it doesn't say Starbucks on there, but kind of looks like it. I don't know. I think Disney might be pulling a fast one. Also, I should point out the candlelight processional is at 8:30. So that typically goes for about 45 minutes, I think we were hearing. So that means that it would be after the normal show time for the fireworks at 9. So Nicole's kind of pointing that out. That might be why things are up until 9:30 based on the timing here for the candlelight processional as well. And the fireworks are at 9:30. I guess I should point that out. They are not at 9. So even though the park is open an extra 30 minutes, the fireworks aren't still at 9. They will be at park close, again, 9:30. So check this out. They brought back World Showcase, and we kind of thought they would. I don't think there's anything different in there too, but they are keeping the Mickey-shaped liquid nitro cake available. So if we still want to get it, we can still pick it up. Again, we bought it last time thinking that was the last time we were going to see it, either for a while or until next year. However, we can still get it now. Tonight, I believe we are deciding to go right. We always go left again, most of the time I should say, but I think we're going to head towards kind of Canada and France to start this one off. Before we start heading around, I want to point out that the celebration of the season, Joyful, up here on the stage, the last showing is 4:30. For us, it's going to be hard to see this until we come on the weekends, which we will eventually, so we'll be able to see it at some point. But for tonight, we didn't get here until after 5, so that was a little hard for us to see. Some of the other stuff kind of just like shows up in the actual pavilions over there, like outside, I should say, and that's what I'm seeing. Maybe we'd be able to kind of catch. I don't really know, though. It depends. I know that like Santa's come out from some of the different regions. Again, I just don't know those timings, and I don't know if it's posted anywhere. I wasn't even paying attention. Nicole pointed out those barges look pretty dang big, a lot like the other ones that we had. I can tell that they're not quite as big, but they are sitting out there. My guess is I see some lights, I see some people walking like right there. I'm guessing they're probably testing some things or looking at things again, because I believe December 5th is when that show is going off. So just to kind of like let you know, those are pretty big barges though. Not quite as big as Harmonious, but I'd say maybe about like 3/5 the size of Harmonious. Not quite 3/4, but not quite half. So first up at Yukon, we are gonna stop over here because I think this might be a new item, or we just didn't try it last year. But that seared salmon looks pretty good. Maybe pick up the snickerdoodle cookie, but I feel like we've had that before. I'm not too positive. There's so many cookies and treats I know we're gonna wanna try, but that seared salmon looks pretty good. And we've weirdly liked a lot of the fish here, especially over in America. They have that catfish. Oh, that thing is so good. Here's our cookie. We are currently waiting for the salmon. It's being grilled back there, so we should have some hot, fresh salmon. But that is a massive cookie for $3. All right, we got a spot here. Table is a little sticky. It was like sticky also in line, which was weird. Again, it's a little dark, I'm sorry. We are by the light. We are kind of as close as we can get. A lot of people are waiting around.
So the fish is good. Like a maple or a sweet glaze on it, which I'm not a fan of like sweet food. But this is cold, like it's meant to be cold, and it's kind of weird. It's like cinnamon apple.
Oh, is it like a sweet treat almost on it?
I don't know, but it's kind of a weird, like the fresh hot fish with like the cold chunky apple. But the fish is good.
All right, so I just tried the salmon. Good flavor, a little bit more fishy in my opinion for a salmon. I feel like salmon typically, if done really well, doesn't have like crazy amounts of fishiness to it. So it is a little bit fishier tasting, but I like it. The actual flavor on there, that like honey glaze or whatever, is quite delicious. All right, so I tried the puree with the salmon, and it's actually pretty good together. The puree on its own is definitely kind of buttery and sweet. Didn't love it on its own. And then it's basically like an applesaucey apple thing. I don't really know. And I don't know. I don't really know why that's on the dish, but don't love that part. But everything else seems pretty good. All right, so this cookie here, it says it was a snickerdoodle cookie with like Snickers, right?
Yeah.
It tastes like a lemon cookie with like a little bit of like caramely chocolate or something on it, but I feel like it's almost like lemony. I've eaten a lot of it, as you can see. I don't know, I need to get your opinion. I already put it into your head now, I feel like, so try and remove that. But I'm getting almost like lemon from this. Yeah, Nicole was just pointing out, she's like, I think we had this conversation last year, and I swear we did. I'm gonna have to go back and go into the archives here. But are you getting, no, I don't wanna, I'm trying not to influence.
I know.
Let me come around this way. I feel like it's not wanting to focus, it's dark.
I can see where you're coming up with lemon. Like, I don't like lemon cookies, so it's not a lemon cookie. But like, there's something very light and almost lemony to this.
Yeah.
And it tastes more like a lemon sugar cookie more than anything else.
Yeah, I don't get snickerdoodle with that, like at all.
It's a weird snickerdoodle, but it's a good cookie.
Well, if you guys couldn't tell, I did put my hoodie on when we were doing our food review. It's cold. My hands are cold. My nose is cold. Nicole put on her jacket, and she is cold. It is cold here. And there are people in shorts and short sleeves. And I feel like we're crazy for like being as cold as we are, but then I'm like, are they crazy? I don't know. It's so cold here in Florida, and we're not even in December yet. All right, our next booth, we will do the Pastrami On Rai over here. This was, I think, Brazil before. Now it is no longer that, but that looks pretty good. $5.75 feels pretty affordable compared to some of the other options out there. I think the fish was, what, $7?
Yeah, $7, but I mean, not bad for fresh fish.
Yeah, I feel like fish tends to be pricey anyway. It looks like some show times you could see here, 10:30 all the way up till 5:45. Again, a little too late for us here today, And there's a storyteller, I'm gonna assume, that comes out over here. It looks like there's actually like a stand for what seems to be a guitar or something of the sort. So if you guys want to do that, there's a number of shows that you can come see over here for like Hanukkah festivities. All right, here is our pastrami sandwich. Nicole will try it out. It looks pretty good. So you get half a sandwich for $5.75. I think I was hoping to get a little bit more than half, or at least like more like on the side, because it's just a sandwich and the pickle there. Something weird in there? Mustard?
No. Mustard's good. I think there's like a smokiness to it. That's probably a pastrami thing. I like corned beef. Like, that's my favorite. There's almost like a smoky flavor to it, which I'm sure is normal. So it's not bad, but that smoky thing kind of isn't my vibe.
All right, let's see if we can find out what the smokiness is. Yeah, I'm not really getting smoky.
You're getting like something? It could
It's
be
a little
like
different.
the rub.
So it's a little different than like typical pastrami, but I don't think it's enough different that I would say, like, I'm not getting anything smoked. I don't know. It almost feels a little bit more fatty than I want it to. I would almost prefer a little bit more of a bite to that than just kind of like falling apart and kind of that like fattiness. It reminds me of like a slow cooker pot roast, where sometimes you have like that really like fatty kind of portion in there where it's like fat but meat. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's like a little too fatty for me. Overall, I think the flavor's fine. I'm not really getting that smokiness like you are, so I don't really know. Maybe it's the pickle that you ate. Maybe it's shifting everything around. I don't know, but honestly, I think it's pretty good. I think I just would have preferred to have a little bit more there, either like a side or more sandwich, just because like I do feel like $5.75 kind of would be nice to have a little bit more. But overall, I'm pretty okay with it. All right, we're all finished up. Unfortunately, like I said, Nicole was not really liking that dish. The pastrami just didn't go. I thought it was fine. I will say though, I do think SeaWorld's food has overall been better so far, but we are by no means done. We have, 2 months or so to try food here, so don't let that be the final decision, but I feel like stuff at SeaWorld has been pretty good. One thing we are doing today is something that I feel like we always say we're not gonna do, and then we do, and that's gonna be go back to Italy and test how bad the food is.
I always have faith in Italy, and I think I'm always let down, but it doesn't stop me from trying.
I know, and it's just always so pricey. It's gonna be like $10. There is some unique stuff. I haven't seen it. They didn't have it last year, so we are gonna do that. There's a few other things we were looking at. I think we're gonna do 2 or 3 more items we're gonna kind of see here as we kind of continue circling around. China had like a nice hot soup dish that probably seems pretty good considering it is cold and dark out right now, so that seems like it could be a pretty good option. The catfish from America that we are coming up to is also a great option because we've had it, we know it's good, but I kind of want to try some new stuff, so I don't know, we might postpone the catfish and we might come back. They're getting ready for another candlelight processional, but I do want to point out we have a long sleeve. So Nicole bought one that was like black with the Grinch on it. This one is for Festival of the Holidays. You have this very like fuzzy bottom again on the inside, so that's kind of nice. And then it says back here Festival of the Holidays, and then you have some of the countries. See what's on the front, kind of like an ornament there with Mickey. So that is pretty cool looking, and again, fuzzy, so you gotta assume that's gotta be pretty warm. Definitely something you would want right now. Let's see what this hoodie looks like. So the front, it says Festival of the Holidays, with again some countries and some kind of nods to the holiday season, snowflakes and things. And there you go on the back. So this is the hoodie. Both of them look pretty nice. I feel like this is like a new thing that they're starting to do. I feel like Universal's done it, Disney's done it, and I guess it's probably smart for, the Christmas season as things are getting a little bit cooler. We actually have a few more pieces of merchandise over here. So you have an ornament, you have a blanket there, you've got like a purse, a mug, and then some pins it looks like over there. And then also, I didn't see here, they have like the Corksicle cups as well. Those are pretty nice. Very cool little designs. We'll continue to see if more merchandise shows up, but I do like these long sleeve Spirit jerseys. So we are actually making a quick stop at the American Holiday Table, which is the American Pavilion booth. And we are going to get the gingerbread cookie because of course you have to kind of christen the season with a gingerbread cookie. So I guess I just went ahead, bit off the other leg. Poor guy here. It's good. It's got more of the I don't know what's all in a gingerbread cookie. There's like those spices though, and it's almost more sweet in a sort of way, which reminds me more of like a zestiness to it, where it doesn't have like that typical bitterness that you get with a gingerbread, which I actually like. So it's good. It's not my favorite gingerbread, but it's nice. It's got that kind of like a little bit of dryness, a little bit of that, you know, typical gingerbread cookie, and it is soft and chewy. So I'll give them credit for that. But again, I think I like that more spicy versus like more zesty. The candlelight processional is starting here. I feel like, what time is it right now? Like 7:30 or 7?
I don't even
It's probably 7 because I think there's 7 and an 8:30.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, so this is the 7 o'clock showing. So there will be one more of this, but we are continuing on. I think this would be the only thing that we could see. So I think the shows and everything we're gonna have to catch later at a future date, unfortunately. But we're heading towards Italy now. In the comments below, let me know what your thoughts on Italy are for all of the food booths. Do you feel like they are overrated? Do you feel like they're good? Let me know and let us know what you think this year's options are going to taste like. Do you think we're actually finally going to really like all of the dishes here from Italy? They always sound good. You have a fried house-made pizza dough with pomodoro sauce, Parmesan, and fresh basil. No meat, by the way. $9, right? Already pricey. Then you have kind of a cinnamon sugar styled pizza dough thing, $7.50. What do we have here? Pasta with smoked salmon, $10. I can understand that one a little bit more because you have fish, you have pasta. I can understand it, but still, $10. I mean, that's dang near a meal price versus just a portion price. And a torta caprese, $8.50. Nothing here is under $7.50, which is absurd because I think everywhere else we went, I don't think there was an item over $7. Italy, let's see how you do once again. Well, it has been a minute since we have had to use a garbage can, but here we go. Little fried balls. I didn't even really know what we were getting. I thought we were getting like a little pizza or something. So I guess we'll let you know what we think. These are new items. They weren't on the list last year, so I guess let's see. Here we go. New item, 2023. Pizza ball things. I don't know. Is that what they are? Pizza balls? I think.
They're good, but like
flavorless again?
No, the sauce is flavor. But I think I thought there would have been like a filling.
Oh, like a cheese
and
or something?
it's just like the dough. But it's good. It's good. Not worth $9, but good.
Here we go. Trying it out. It looks like a dessert. I thought they were gonna be a little bit more firm. That's what chewy. I don't like a soggy bread. Mm-hmm. Like back home, a lot of people would pick up like Bona Beefs and they would just like loved their beef sandwiches just like soaked. They wanted like the wet bread. I think you could order it.
Gravy bread.
I'm like, yeah, gravy bread. I'm like, give it to me dry and I'll put a little bit on where I want. This is a little too soggy for me. In my opinion, the sauce is like a graduated ragu. It's not quite ragu level, but it's a little too basic. I just feel like I'm eating like bread with like a better version of a ragu. It's a little soggy. It's not horrible, but I don't think I would get it again, specifically because it's $9. This should be like $5. But it's not horrible. So at least that's a plus. I just think it's just a little like boring. But I'm guessing those cinnamon ones that are like this, I'm gonna guess that's what it is. It's just gonna be these in like a cinnamon sugar, which is like what I think I would have expected with these kind of like dough balls. Well, we are back on the move. Super cold again. I've got my hood up. I need to find like a hat or something to cover my ears because it's like there's a wind that's coming and it's like a cold breeze with the cold and it's like I can feel like my hands are getting a little harder to like squeeze. But again, Italy, just stop charging ridiculous amounts for your food and then maybe your stuff could be like comparable to everybody else. But like you have 5 little dough balls for $9, no meat, no filling. It's just dough with like a red sauce and like some Parmesan cheese sprinkled on it. Like, come on, like you could do better than that. And maybe that's just how the dish is meant to be, so I get it, but like, then just don't charge $9 for it. Charge like, again, $5 or $6 like everybody else. So it is 55 degrees right now. It is cold. That is cold no matter if you are in Florida If you're up in Chicago, it doesn't matter. If it is nighttime and it's 55 degrees, it's cold. And there's a cold breeze that's coming through. We are over here by China. We're gonna get some hot soup. That sounds amazing right now. So if you look out on the lagoon, as we are standing next to China, you could see those lights. And they are definitely doing some work out there. And there's kind of like lights around. I think they have boats that are kind of like heading out there. So they are preparing that show. Again, it is supposed to go on December 5th. From everything that I'm hearing, it is a go and there should be no delays. Also, I think we could see Hollywood Studios lights out in the distance past America. Maybe not. I just saw them kind of going, and of course, the second I want to show them, they're gone. Oh, there you go. So we complained about Italy, but actually, $9.50 here for the beef and noodle soup bowl, which is significantly more pricey than your other two menu options there. But also the bubble tea, $8.25, also feels pretty expensive. So I was a little wrong. I thought that Italy was going to be the only one that charged a lot, but $9.50 for soup seems kind of crazy. So there is a Santa meet and greet here in the Odyssey Pavilion. Not going on right now. It does end at 6 p.m. So basically, for an hour, it looks like, so 11 to 12, 12:30, and you can kind of see here. So it did end about an hour and a half to 2 hours ago now at this point. So if you are looking to do a lot of the festivity things here at EPCOT during the Festival of the Holidays, 6 o'clock is pretty much the latest thing that I've seen outside of the candlelight processional. So you do need to make sure that you guys are here probably before like 3 to really try and catch everything that's going on. Really around the afternoons, I think, is how that's going to work. If you come any later, I feel like there's a chance you're just going to miss that. So if you want to see the Santa Claus things, different pavilions having different things, you definitely want to get here a lot earlier than we did today. So we're a little dark here, and I just realized I didn't give you a review of the soup that we just ate. We went inside of the Expo China Pavilion and sat indoors because it was a little warmer, so it was pretty nice there. Overall, it was pretty average. Wasn't amazing, not super flavorful. I just think it just kind of is what it is. I probably wouldn't get it again. I don't know, what were your thoughts on that soup?
It was a little pricey. I mean, it was okay, but I think as a whole, I've just really enjoyed everything more at SeaWorld.
Yeah, and that's true. I do feel like SeaWorld had better food overall. Again, we're by no means done. We were trying new dishes today because there were some new items and we were pretty happy to see that. So we went for more of the new items today. They didn't really pan out totally. I do want to get that catfish again because that was phenomenal. But yeah, a little pricey for what you get. But overall, we're gonna head over to Guardians, call it a day here, and head home and warm up a little bit. If you did enjoy today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, as I am super dark. Jeez Louise, we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.